o'clock. It's time for me to turn into a fawness and then go be a famous TV star on Carnival Row. For proof, everyone. 4:07 a.m. in Prague right here. And also, that means it's 7 p.m. in LA. So I better get out of bed and wash this hair. I take showers in the morning, so it's still gross and pressed back from the fitting yesterday. But I don't care. I don't care. Today I'm turning into a fawness and getting horns. Don't act like you don't like this. All right, we'll see y'all on the road.
So we just got out of hair, and everybody looks incredible. Let's take a look at Aliza. Give us the full 360. We love it so much. We love it. And then there's Dan. Hey, Dan, give us a look. Oh, my God.
All right, it's day 3 on this incredible shoot. Everybody's off right now, getting done up in their respective departments. As you can see, I've had a little bit of work done myself. Right now, I look like I would ride a penny farthing around Los Angeles. I'm probably not going to keep it when it's done, but in the meantime, it really helps me feel authentic here on the row.
We're here on the set of Carnival Row with Cara Delevingne. It's cold. It's cold. We're LA people. This is not normal.
So we're going to be fairies soon, and we want to learn from the best. So tell us about Vignette Stonemoss. What is she like?
So my fairy, or fae as they call them, she's a fighter, she's a survivor, she's a warrior. You know, lost kind of everything she's ever had, family, love, you know, a culture, a civilization, but she still manages to survive. And not just survive, but carry on trying to find the truth and find the love in living and life. So she's just amazing. Very big inspiration for me, and I hope for other people and girls.
Can I ask, what was your first reaction when you walked onto this set?
Yeah, that's exactly my face too.
The crew here are just the most incredible people. I mean, every single detail is so intricate and so thought out. I mean, they are just unbelievable, and it's so much easier to act because you are really just engrossed in this world. Everything is real. It feels so real.
And your ears, like even
My ears are not real.
Hey, me too. Me too. Ears.
I mean, exactly, like hair, makeup, and costume. It's all
just such an immersive world. Okay, so you are the fairy.
I'm not the fairy.
Well, you are.
I'm one of.
You're the biggest fae-bae, though.
Fae-bae!
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you're the fae-bae that we all want to be.
And we want you to tell us everything we need to know about being a fairy on Carnival Row.
Yeah, hot tips for fae-bae life.
For me, fairies are the thing that I put on a pedestal. Like, I see fairies as like these very sensitive, emotional creatures. They have heightened senses. When you're a fairy, it's like you kind of have to step in out of your head and into your body. So you really have to just kind of like feel everything.
Wow.
That's how I think of it.
That's awesome. So we have to learn to just
feel and
as
not
fairies,
think.
like feel like a fairy.
Yeah, fairies feel, don't think. Yeah, because it's more like they act on. They come from their heart and not from their brain.
You said that there was a lot to learn from Carnival Row
Yeah.
and from this world, and I feel like the idea of empathy and sensitivity and letting emotion go is a very valuable lesson that we can all learn from fairies like you.
Follow your hands.
Good.
Okay.
Very well. You can hold.
Oh, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, guys.
Alright, I really appreciate it.
I can't wait to see you on the road. You guys are going to be great.
We'll see you there, and we will do our best to represent Fae kind.
You don't. You're already doing it.
fae-baes.
You don't have to try and be a fairy. You already are.
So we've got our final looks together, and everybody looks amazing. This is such a dream come true.
It's a beautiful day, a beautiful morning on the road. The scene that we're shooting today is a bunch of fawn penitents who are like self-flagellating with whips, and their backs are all bloody and gross, and they're walking through Carnival Row, and I guess the crowds of us are going to be looking and reacting to that.
Yeah, how do you think your character would react?
Like this.
That's a very good taste. I think my character smolders most of the time about just you know.
Nice.
Yeah. Just thinking about things, thinking about smoldery thoughts.
How are you feeling, Dan?
Oh, you know, just trying to stay warm here on the row. It's actually not that bad, it's just my ears are very cold. If you want to see just how cold it is, behold, the frozen lake of Carnival Row. It is so cold, all the water in this fountain has frozen over. It was snowing like an hour ago, and now I think it's too cold to snow. It's so cold that these horses are vaping.
Hey, what's up, guys? I am here on the set of Carnival Row now, and I caught Orlando Bloom, one of the stars of the show. We're here in this lovely office. Makes me feel like it has something to do with the constabulary, which is fitting because of slowly becoming my character. So, Orlando, thank you for joining me. Tell me a little bit about the show. What is Carnival Row?
Carnival Row is a sort of fantasy period crime thriller. It's a sort of gritty steampunk environment. I play Philo, who is a detective on the row who initially is investigating the murder of a Fae showgirl. It's a unique world that I felt I'd never really seen.
It is fantasy, but it's not like a lot of other fantasy out there. Where do you think it sort of like sits in that landscape?
We sort of use our Fae folk to explore a lot of what I feel we're experiencing in the world today. It's sort of like investigating the lives, living with the other. So, when you think of the sort of migrant and refugee crisis that we're experiencing in the world today, our Fae folk are fleeing their homelands, coming to the Burg, and that creates a healthy amount of tension.
And we're here, we're filming some cool stuff behind the scenes, and we're also trying to become a part of this incredible world that the team has built so far. So we worked with Travis Beecham and a bunch of the other people behind the scenes to make these original characters. We're gonna play them in a role-playing game set in the world of Carnival Row later this year. So I'm wondering if you could give me some advice to I wanna be this sort of dirty cop who has fingers in many pies, but also needs to protect his slice, so he's not gonna let everyone get away with everything on the row. So how would you suggest I approach a character like this?
It depends whether you're an inside-out kind of guy or an outside-in kind of guy. Do you know what I mean?
I think so.
So if you're an outside-in kind of guy, then you want to think about how you're gonna move as a police officer on the Burg. So the weight of your feet, whether you lead with your crutch or your nose or your, you could think that's an outside in. If you're an inside out, then you want to maybe cry in the corner and then come on. You look convincing, I'll give you that.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it. It's because I cried in the corner before this interview.
Right.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I love about Carnival Row is all the names, so I'm wondering if you can help me out. What would you name my character, the sort of dirty cop, not a good guy, but he's forced to do good?
Bottom.
Bottom? Detective Power Bottom. Awesome. Orlando, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and I can't wait to
I
can't wait to go explore
share
the
the
row.
screen. Are you going to be somewhere with me on this?
I think so. I'll be deep in the background, so make sure keep an eye over his shoulder in every shot. I might be there. You never know.
Okay, I got kids. I got 2 kids, and I got to protect them from the self-flagellators, guys. They can't see that shit.
Look at how many people there are here on the row. All for me.
Hi, I'm Amy Vorpahl, and I'm on the very cold but still very cool Carnival Row set with Scott Reed, who plays Quill, and we're actually here on Carnival Row. What can you tell us about Carnival Row? Where do us fawns, where do we fit in?
Well, we kind of just are always at the side of the street, really. The pucks are kind of lowest of the low, really not valued very much in the society. Humans obviously rank at the highest. Pucks are kind of doing a lot of hard manual labour. You'll find them in the factories and stuff like that.
We're kind of viewed as a little bit slower than most people, but in reality, we're really smart.
Well, I mean, I like to think so.
So Scott, clearly I'm also a fawn, and I'm about to just be immersed in this world. Do you have any advice for how to play a fawness and what it takes to be in this costume all day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first of all, you've got to bend your knees. You've got to keep in that weight of the action, keep everything in your centre of gravity in the middle. Because if you don't, these have got no backs on the heels, the shoes. And if you don't, basically, you don't want to be walking like that because you're not like a creature.
Right.
You've got to keep that energy forward. And
how much have your thighs improved on this set?
Well, I mean, can you not see the size of them?
Yeah, I see the size of them, but I also know your secrets.
Don't tell me anymore. I'm done this rubbish.
All right, guys, well, that's it. That was my interview with Scott Reed. I'm very excited about it, and we'll see you on the road.
Hey.
Everybody ready. 2-1 Bravo, take 1.
All right, we're about to do a take. It's my time. This is it.
Action! Our flesh deceives us. Show us your face. We seek you in darkness.
Show us your face.
My character's feeling very conflicted about what she's seeing. She's seeing these fawn whip themselves, and she respects other religions and cultures, but like she's feeling upset seeing these guys. It is so exciting to be doing this. This is the most fleshed out RPG character I will ever have because I get to actually live her life. This is dope. This is so cool.
All right, so I just filmed my scene on the row. Officer Bottom is up to no good as per usual. I just shook down several pucks for money instead of, doing my job and actually preventing all these other fawns from flagellating themselves. But you know what? Officer Bottom, he always comes out on top because he'll rob the poor to pay himself. Wow, I'm really not a good guy.
We just got to do like 3 or 4 takes, and we finally got to interact with each other further on down the row. Yeah. You were so regal and stoic.
So as Kara taught us, fairies have heightened senses and we feel a lot. So seeing someone else, first of all, being whipped, but like whipping themselves, and then someone else beating on them, it's like a lot. it's too much.
I had to shield my kids.
Yeah,
I had to shield. I'd be like, don't look at it.
You did a good job of wrangling them.
I had to go and chase them.
You know what? They're keeping you on your toes. You're
They're
a real
keeping me
nanny.
on my hooves. Yeah, and we got to actually meet up on the row.
Yes, our character's now officially.
I touched your shoulder.
Yeah.
So, canon.
All right, folks, there you have it. We just spent a day on the row as our original characters that we created, and I am so amped up right now. I feel like I'm on cloud 9. That was so much harder and colder than I was expecting, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Amy, what was your experience like?
My gosh, it was glorious. I got the biggest surprise of most people's lives. Children.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hooves.
Okay, yes, the hooves. Standing in those hooves actually proved a lot harder than I thought. There are places on my legs I didn't even know I had because they hurt right now. I guess my thoughts are Carnival Row's tough.
Yes, but it'll give you 6-pack quads, which is pretty great. Erika, what was your time like?
I have fallen in love with the mean streets of Carnival Row, and seriously, I feel like this is my new thing now. This is also amazing, the costumes and the lights and the wigs and the people, and I just want to stay here. Can we stay here?
Yeah, I think you can rent a room up there, maybe. I think they have reasonable rent on this section of town.
Well, if they rent to Faye, I'm staying.
Yeah, they definitely do. That's a central conceit of the show. Aliza, tell me about your time on the row.
I had a great time. I feel so immersed in this world. I feel like I am actually a Mima, Faye, and I just want to pull up a chair right here at the storefront and just watch people and judge them and be curious about them as they walk past. That's my new life, and I'm ready to do it.
Yeah, there were some killer people watching today, and I gotta say, I spent a lot of time on film and TV sets, and this is one of the most thoughtfully designed and immersive places I've ever been to, and it's so rare that you actually get to become a part of the world that you're covering, so this was a true treat. And I can't wait for the rest of you to experience it for yourself when Carnival Row premieres as an Amazon original, so make sure you check that out, and then make sure you join us. We're gonna be bringing our characters that we created to life in an RPG series coming to Nerdist and Geek and Sundry. But in the meantime, let us know, who would you be in the world of Carnival Row? Tell us about your original character. We want to know about them. What's their backstory? Draw us a picture, tweet them at us using hashtag Carnival Row. And then, till the next time you find yourself just strolling around the streets of the Burg, stay tuned to Nerdist.com. Now, if you'll excuse us, I think that we got some exploring to do because I saw an apothecary back there, and I gotta know what's in that mortar and pestle.
Did you see the fine clothing shop? Oh, yeah.
We came, we saw, we created, and now it's your turn to experience the magic, mystery, and murders most foul in this incredible fantasy world. Thank you again to our friends at Amazon, Legendary Television, and all the amazingly talented people who brought Carnival Row to life. And be sure to join us as we continue our adventures in an original Carnival Row RPG on Nerdist. Be sure to tune in to Carnival Row, the new hit TV show from Legendary Television and Amazon Prime Video, available to stream now.